Good morning everyone and welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. My name is Stratton and for today's workout we're going to be hitting our full body. So each exercise in this workout today we're going to be doing a major muscle group. So for example quads, hamstrings, shoulders, biceps, triceps, you get the gist. We're going to be doing 3 different circuits for the workout today and each one is going to be done for 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds in between, and we're going to repeat each one 3 times. So as always you're going to require that variety of dumbbells. Here's the ones I'm using, but keep in mind these are just for edits and to left within your own abilities. I'm also going to be using a bench. However, if you don't have any of these, I'll show you modifications for that as well. I'm going to start you with a quick warm up. We're going to end with a cool down today. All right, head to toe, full body. Are you ready to do this and Move Daily? Me too. Let's go. All right, let's warm things up here. Near the end, I'm gonna use this resistance band. However, if you don't have one of these, you can just skip this part. So we're gonna start off with some arm circles. Warm up the arms. And switch directions. And switch arms. And switch directions. All right, and let's do some front and back arm swings. And let's go into some torso rotations. Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow? They crumble. You know I can't stay what you're getting so hollow. So go. Good. Let's grab that resistance band if you have it. And do some pull aparts. Good. And let's rotate those arms. Switch directions. Okay, let's put that resistance band away. Brace yourself up against a wall and do some front and back leg swings. Okay, let's go to the other leg. All right, so there are your first 3 exercises. We're gonna be hitting quads, shoulders, and chest in this first circuit. So grab a bench if you have it. If you don't have one, you can just use the floor. Grab those dumbbells and join me back. All right, we're gonna start things off in a front squat. I'm gonna hold 2 20-pound dumbbells. I'm gonna rack them on my shoulder, hold them out in front of me. You can hold them on your shoulders. Feet shoulder length apart. Keep that back flat. and drop it low. Brief pause at the bottom, drive up through the heels. It's important to keep that weight in the front of your body. We're gonna move into a front raise. Coming up. Good. All right, gonna go into that front raise. I'm gonna hold 15s here to start. We're gonna do an alternating front raise, standing. I'm gonna keep my wrists in a neutral grip. Feet are gonna be shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, back is flat, and we lift up. So the top of the dumbbell is around the top of our head height. Keep a slight bend in the elbow. You can lean forward ever so slightly. We're gonna head down to the ground or to a bench. Coming up for a chest press. Good, all right. I'm gonna hold my 25s for that chest press. Here we go, keep those wrists in a 45-degree position. Try and tuck that weight into your armpit and push up, squeezing at the top, slowly lowering that weight down to your armpit area as far as it can go and up. Try and get as much of a stretch on that chest on the way down as you can. Good, all right, back to the top, round two. Back to my front squat. I'm gonna stick with my 20s. Rack it. Get that ready, and let's work. Good. Okay, front raise. I'm gonna stick with my 15s. Remember, we're coming to a complete stop at the bottom. We're not using momentum, we're swinging. Control the weight the whole way through. Good work. All right, into that chest press. I'm gonna stick with my 25s. Get ready. All right, back to the top for round 3. Into that front squat, hold my 20 again. Let's work. Good, front raise. Fifteens. Fun work. All right, into the chest press. Finish off the circuit. Got my 25s. Here we go. All right, awesome job. Grab a drink of water, put those dumbbells away. We're gonna be going into quads, back, or sorry, hamstrings, back, and biceps. Coming up. Grab those dumbbells, draw me back. All right, Romanian deadlift is up first. I'm gonna hold my 35s. We're gonna have our feet closer together, closer than shoulder width. Hold the dumbbells in front of you, almost dragging them alongside your shins, but not quite. All the way down, keep your knee bent. Feel that stretch on your hamstring. Stick your butt out and snap up. Make sure that back is flat. We're gonna go into one arm row coming up after this. And I am going to use the edge of my weight rack. You can use the edge of a bench, a chair, or if you don't have one, just hinge at the waist. Good, all right. Set those away. Hold my 30 for my one arm row. We're gonna be doing 40 seconds a side. Here we are, feet shoulder width apart if you're leaning up against something. Keep that dumbbell in front of you. Lift it up to just above your pelvis. Squeezing at the top. Slowly release on the way down. Keep that back flat the entire time. Good. Switch to the other hand. A little breather. Get ready. Slow control movement on the way down. Don't just drop that weight. Feel that stretch. We're going into a alternating bicep curl. Coming up after this. Good. All right, I'm gonna hold my 20s for that alternating curl. Hands stay at the neutral grip at the bottom. Come up to a palm facing you at the top. Slowly release on the way back down. Don't drop that weight. Don't swing or sway. Good work. All right, we're gonna go back to the top for the RDL. I'm gonna use my 35 pounds again. Get ready. Good work. Back to that one arm row. Holding my 30 again for myself. And work. Good. All right, a little breather. Switching hands. Get ready. Work. Awesome. Into that alternating curl. I'm gonna go back to my 20s. They're ready. Good, all right. Back to the top with that RDL. Whew, sweating. Got my same 35s again. Get ready. Good work. I'm gonna set those weights away and we're gonna go into that one arm row. Holding my 30 again. All right, switch hands. Get ready. And work. Good. All right, alternating bicep curl. Stick with my 20s again. Here we go. Alrighty, awesome job. Let's put those weights away. That closes off that circuit. Coming up, we're gonna go into glutes, a little bit of quads, but glutes, triceps, and abs. Let's put those weights away. We're also gonna be using a bench. However, if you don't have one, use the ground. Join me back. Alrighty, starting us off, we're gonna be going into a sumo squat. I am going to hold a 35-pound dumbbell. There we go. I'm gonna stand, feet are wide, and my toes are pointed out slightly. Holding that one dumbbell in between my legs, dropping down as low as I can go, coming up and squeezing those cheeks at the top. Feel a stretch all the way down, keeping that back flat, squeezing at the top. We're gonna go into a lying tricep extension coming up. I'm gonna use my bench, but again, if you don't have a bench, you can just use the ground. All right, into that tricep extension where I will hold my 20s. Starting off in a neutral wrist grip position. We're gonna aim to keep those elbows pointed towards the ceiling. Keep those shoulder blades back into the pad or into the ground. Keep those elbows pointed at the ceiling. Bring the weight down to your ears. Come up, and you can twist to the top if you like, or you can just keep your wrist in a neutral grip. I like to twist because I like to feel a bit of a better squeeze on my tricep, but everyone's different. And if this doesn't work for you, then it doesn't. We're gonna be going into abs coming up after this. We're gonna be doing a starfish. Good. All right, into that starfish for our abs. You can make it more difficult by adding a weight to each hand. I'm laying flat on my back. Starting off in a starfish position, as if you're gonna make a snow angel. Come up, bring your left foot to your right hand and back down. And right foot to left hand and back down.
A couple 100 miles away, denying that something has changed. You're blaming me too complicated.
All right, that's it for round one. Round two, go back to the top with that sumo squat. I'm gonna hold my 35 again. Again, wide foot position, toes pointed outwards. Weight in between your legs, drop it and squat. Awesome job. All right, round two of the lying tricep extension. Not round two in general, but you know what I'm saying. All right, tricep extension. Whew. Get ready. And we work.
Try to talk about what's on our mind.
Awesome job. Okay, going to that starfish ab. Then work. All right, round 3, ladies and gentlemen. You're doing great. Sumo squat. Sumo squat coming up. I got my 35. Here we go.
Just watch me. Just watch me.
I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in.
All right, into the tricep extension. I've got my 20. Do I? Yes, I do. I've got 20s.
I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Just watch me.
Give me a roll. I'll take it.
Get ready.
Just watch me. Just watch me. Just watch me.
Good. Last exercise, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring it on home with that starfish. Push, push, here we go. And work. You're doing good. We're about halfway. Ten seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and done. And you have moved daily in your full body workout. Whew. All right, that was a good one. Join me for a quick stretch if you can. All right, let's stretch things out here. Bring my arm across my chest. Hold it. And bring it above your head. Yeah, so I shaved my head. I don't know if you noticed or if you're like, who is this guy? But I did. Bring this across your body. I just felt like hair was getting like too much maintenance, you know? I mean, it doesn't really make sense to do that in the winter because it's getting colder, but I just really wanted to. And you know what? I don't mind it. And above the head, I don't mind it at all. It's great. I don't have to worry about hair gel or hair powder. I don't even have to shower. I'm kidding. Yeah, we're going to Mexico in a little bit here, and I know I'll be thanking myself for that. Shaving it, that is. All right, then let's brace yourself up against the wall, hold the back of your foot, stretch out that quad. And do the same for the other foot. Oh. Bending slightly forward to get a little bit of a stretch. More of a stretch, that is. All right, and that is it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next workout.